My check 1 2, my check 1 2 3. I can hear me. Can I hear you?
Yes, Sirski.
All right, J.A.B Nation is back with another episode, and today we kind of just want to talk about football because it's just been really on our minds recently. So first, I guess I don't really know if we can talk about everything that happened in chronological order, but I think the very first thing that happened was Deion Deion Sanders. He's leaving. Isn't that his name? Deion Sanders?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's leaving his team, HBCU, to go coach at Colorado, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And my dad showed me this video of when he went to Colorado and he was talking to the team because Colorado's football team is not good, like at all. So they bringing in Deion Sanders, I guess to revamp, the football team and make it better. And when he got there and he was talking to the football players, he was just basically saying, like, when I come here and you don't play to the ability or skill level that I expect you to play at, you're basically just gonna be off the team. I guess
Yep.
your scholarship will be revoked. And then he already said he got some guys coming from that for that spot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Some guys that he know that play for his team or some other guys that he know play somewhere else. He's bringing some guys with him. So basically it's like tryouts
Oh yeah.
for your scholarship. He said, if you want to keep your scholarship, this spot, you're gonna have to try out. And if these other guys outperform you, you gone. Cause
Ain't
it's
that
my
dope?
job to make this team, this franchise, this establishment better.
Right.
That's what he said. That's what he said. That's how he said he was gonna operate.
I
So,
mean, I don't blame him though, cause like at the end of the day, if you look at before he came in, they was 1-10 this upcoming season, and he was just letting them know, like, he was like, y'all can't say y'all was doing y'all best or y'all was doing what y'all supposed to do, cause that record won't hold that if y'all was. So he was like, hey, it's gonna be some change rules around here, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all think y'all cool, man? Y'all got y'all scholarship. He said, you might as well go ahead and hit that transfer portal right now. You know what I'm saying? Because
mm,
what sense does it make? Like 1-10, but I can't do nothing with that. Like, y'all weren't really putting in the work. Y'all weren't putting in the effort. Y'all weren't putting in, you know what I'm saying? All y'all need to put in to get right. So in that case, I'm bringing some dogs with me. You know what I'm saying? So hey, y'all either take it or leave it for real. And that's really what it was on. It wasn't on no disrespectful stuff. It was just really keeping it 100 with him, like, cause y'all really wasn't doing what y'all supposed to do. So, hey, I come in here, I'm trying to change this program, and that's what I'm gonna do. They paying me to change this program. They paying me to flip the record, go to the championships, get championships. That's what I'm coming here to do. So, I think I don't have no problem with him saying that. I don't have no problem with him, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming here for a purpose. I'm coming here so we can win. We can flip this. I ain't coming here for no nonsense, bro. So, hey, I commend Deion for that. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm glad. I'm glad he put some sense into that.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of upset parents, if their kid or their child who played for Colorado and
Mm-hmm.
ends up getting booted off the team because it's like that's money. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
playing if you got a scholarship to play, for any sport, whether it be football, basketball, track, or whatever,
Right.
and you get a scholarship, you there your first year or whatever, and then Deion Sanders come in talking about we gotta get rid of these bad apples and do some more recruiting, and then you lose your spot and your money, your scholarship basically.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of parents are gonna be upset, but I don't really know because I didn't go to college on a athletic scholarship. I
Mm-hmm.
went on an academic scholarship. So, an academic scholarship, how academic scholarships work, is that if you don't perform academically at a certain level,
Yeah.
they can revoke that scholarship from you. I don't know how athletic scholarships work, but I'm pretty sure it might have something to do with if you don't perform at a certain level, your scholarship probably can get revoked. I don't know, Is that
Yeah,
how athletic scholarships work?
I'm pretty sure. Like, I think it's based on like academics as well. So you have to have like a
Right,
certain GPA. Like at least I think the GPA ain't
right.
even that high. Like it ain't a high of a requirement, like a 2.0 just to
Mhm,
maintain. But like for the most part, I think it's really based on your performance. Like if the coach think you just taking advantage of like the scholarship and you just here moping around, like I think they can really just take it and just be
mhm,
like you're not putting forth the effort or you're not trying to get better. Even though you're not playing, you're not trying to get better because at the end of the day, this is a what I'm saying, a contact sport. At the anybody can get hurt, what I'm saying, God forbid, but opportunity will come
mhm.
at some point in time. So if you ain't ready, I can't really depend on you. And what I'm saying, what use are you to me if I can't depend on you? So either like I'm taking your scholarship and you go somewhere else, or like I think it's kind of like that on if the coach see, okay, you're not giving no effort, you're not even trying, you're not even, putting nothing into it, like you slacking in weight room, you slacking in practice, you slacking on, what I'm saying, doing this, coming to meetings and stuff. I think it's just a sum up of a lot of things that as a whole they just look at it like, okay, bro, this player don't want to be here, obviously, so we can take his scholarship. And I don't think he was like taking a scholarship, but he's just like, I'm bringing people with me. Like I got people that's coming with me. So like, if you think you just gonna keep your spot because you've been here already, nah, that ain't how it's gonna work. Like you gonna have to work for it. And he was like, you can't say you earned your spot because like look at the record y'all held. Which I get that, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all weren't really playing for real. 1-10, y'all should at least like won at least 3 games or something. Like, but 1-10 season, that's kind of crazy. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't really fault him for saying that. But I don't think he taking a scholarship. But he was like, if you think it's sweet over here, like you might as well go ahead and hit that portal. Like go ahead, get out of here right now. So I
Yeah,
don't think he taking it, but that junk different though. It is different from academics, of course.
yeah. I don't know all the details. Maybe they get to keep their athletic scholarship, but like they not on the team because I don't know how the athletic scholarship works. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Mhm.
But I know that when we saw, because he's coach for Jackson State, right? And
Yeah,
we watched the game, the championship game, final game, and it went into overtime, and it was Jackson State's ball, and it was their turn to they had to get a touchdown. Basically, it was their turn, and
right.
literally they was like at the 1 yard line. Literally at the 1 yard down line, it was like the third down. When it was third down, they passed the ball to the white boy. He dropped it.
Yeah,
Okay, they go back to the 1 yard line again. Fourth down. Tell me why they trying to throw the ball into the end zone. You literally can just hop over the defensive line. Like y'all they
yeah,
lost at the 1 yard line. Like it just
yeah.
that's
I mean,
I would hate to lose like that. Like you was one
yeah,
yard away. It's different if you was a couple of yards, 30, 50. But at the
yeah,
one,
yeah. It's just execution, bro. Like, what I'm saying, just didn't take advantage. I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, I look at it as, even though it's a good game, it came down to the wire, but like, what I'm saying, you don't put yourself in a position where you have to win it on one play because that play might not happen. You know what I'm saying? So like, and for them, unfortunately, that one play did not come into action.
but the thing that just I couldn't like wrap my head around is that you're at the 1 yard line and the last three plays y'all tried to throw the ball into the end zone.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
y'all are
I don't know.
literally a hop, skip, and a step. Not even that much. Literally just a hop.
It's just a hop. Yeah. It's
Like
just
for
a hop.
real. And some people be like, well, how come they couldn't just kick the ball? Like, even if they did make the field goal, it
Yeah.
wasn't enough points because the other team had like they scored a touchdown and a field goal. So
Right,
they was
right.
like 7 points ahead. So just getting the field goal wouldn't have been enough for them to win. They had to
Yeah.
get a touchdown and a field goal.
I just
But
think like in that moment, like on the one, like you said, like just run the ball. Cause like you
please,
you just put like just bruh. and get
Just
all the
run the
big
ball.
linemen you can and just run behind them. I'm pretty sure y'all can push them back. Like,
Bruh.
but you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the game plan was. I don't know who had the clipboard at the end of the
I
game,
don't
but
know.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, that I mean, you tried a couple of times and it didn't work. So I mean, all you can do as a player is try to execute out there. But I would have gave
But
it to
at
my
the
running
one,
back and just been like,
at the one,
"You right."
at the one.
At the one, I would have just put it in my running back. Like at least those 2 times, I would have put it in my running back belly the first time. If he didn't get it in, we at least half a yard in the end zone. And then boom, you know what I'm saying? We in there.
That made me
So
mad. But how you? I know you were a big Alabama fan, so let's go into like I guess other conference, college football.
yeah,
You were Alabama fan, so how did you feel about because Georgia ended up winning uh a day or two ago. So you being
man.
an Alabama fan, you upset, you sick to your stomach, you
It's
pulling your
it's
hair out, you falling down, sliding on your
nah.
knees.
It's really just like it's disappointing because I mean I get that like they're trying to get these teams that's like undefeated and stuff, like get them into the what's the name, like get them into the playoffs, which I heard now they're gonna make it a bigger playoff, but I'll talk about that later. But with Alabama, it's just I know we lost twice, but how we lost though, we lost the last play of the game and we lost by 4 total points. So them last 2 games, we lost by 4 points in total. And it was on the last play of the game. And both of those teams was ranked. So I'm like, yo, come on, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Help us out. Like we should at least get in there, but they was not messing with us. And you know what I'm saying? When TCU lost, it was just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Everything really fell our way. Everybody that needed to lose lost. USC, I think TCU lost. Some other teams lost, and I was just like, yes, LSU I think lost to Georgia, and we needed like every team that could possibly lose lost, and I'm just like, yes, we can get in here. And then they was just like, no, y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all got 2 losses, we can't do that. And then I'm just like, yo, that Georgia game, you can see like that game should have never been like that, bro. If Bama was in there, bro, we would have never played like that. But that's when you see like it's levels to this, bro. Like really, your top teams is gonna be your top teams. It really don't matter how you put it. That's why I don't get why they trying to make it a bigger playoff. Cause I'm just like, it don't matter how you put it, how you wrap it up, how you flip it, how you fry it, how you oven it, how you bake it.
Rev up them fryers. I'm sorry. You said fry.
Rev up the fryers.
Right. Brian popped in my mind. Rev up them
Real talk,
fryers.
bro. Like it don't matter how you put it. Like your top teams are gonna be your top teams. Like we seen, obviously Bama lost twice, but like if you put Bama in that playoffs, Bama is making it to the championship, and Bama is not letting Georgia run 65 on them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy,
That game was
bro.
ridiculous.
People start watching that game at halftime. I started watching that halftime game. Like it was ridiculous. Even the players, bro, even Georgia players, the Georgia media team, they started putting up we smoking on that TCU pack in the middle of the game. Bro, they put by halftime, I think it was even before halftime, they put a flyer up with them with the trophy already won. Then they posted the players on the sideline. The fans was giving players steak and chicken to eat while they sitting and chilling, bro. I'm like, this was really embarrassing for TCU.
Right.
Like these people, like y'all ain't even no worry to us. Like we over here eating steak, we over here eating chicken, French fries. Our fans hooking us up, and we over here beating y'all butt, and we don't care. They put backups in, and the backups right up 10 on them in the last quarter, bro. I'm like, this is ridiculous. But you can just see it's levels to it. Like it's levels to, the SEC is the biggest, you know what I'm saying? It's the biggest and the baddest. And I understand, like, you're going to have Ohio State. Ohio State going to be in there too. But if you come down to everything, bro, it's going to be Georgia, Georgia now, Ohio State, Bama, and then that fourth team really gonna be either Michigan or it might be another SEC team like a Tennessee or LSU or something like that. But you can see like records to me, I can understand if you lost like 3 to 4 games, but if you and they was like by like 15 points, but you lost 2 games to ranked teams and it was 4 points in total on the last play of the drive. I'm just like, them teams really, it came down to one play. It's not like Bama just lost by 50. So I think like they got to do a better job with that. And I understand giving teams like, you know what I'm saying, opportunities, but like, come on now, bro. It's really just boosting up their hope to be like, oh, we might knock off somebody, and then like if they don't, like, then it's just like game over, bro. It's not March Madness. You can't play like 25 games, you know what I'm saying, in a matter of like a month, because this is a worse sport. Like, you getting hit
Right.
like this is cars, basically car wrecks. These niggas hitting each other, poundage, just hitting each other. So I just think, but they gonna do it anyway. So I'm gonna see how it work out. But Bama should have been in there. But I promise you, Georgia was praying that Bama did get in there, and they got their wish. So hey,
Right.
congrats to Georgia though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they went there, they did what they supposed to do back to back. I can't judge that, bro. They did their thing. They did their jobs. Congrats to Georgia, man.
Yeah, congrats to Jim. TCU. When you let another team hit basketball scores on you, because 65, that's like a basketball score. Like, that's because football, like, the scores don't really get that high in football. But since when you was talking about, this is a smooth transition when you was talking about, it's football being like a more dangerous sport. That's why they
Right,
don't have that as many games as basketball.
right,
Let's transition to Demar Hamlin.
right.
Uh, I think he plays safety for the Buffalo Bills,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody knows it's been on the media news that he you know ended up getting hit. But when I watched the hit, it didn't even look like it was that bad.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you see people get hit,
Right,
but it
right,
was. I think the reason why it wasn't interpreted as that bad in that instance is because after he got hit, he got up.
right, right,
After
right.
he got up, and then he like took like a step or two, and then he fell right back down and
Yeah.
just passed out. So, but he was in critical condition for like a day or so. Like, he was unresponsive, but then he finally, ended up being responsive.
Right.
Blessed to even,
Real talk.
to even just be able to open your eyes again, and be conscious.
Yeah.
So all the prayers, go to him and his family. All the people that know him, friends. Uh, just I don't even know, because everybody loves football. Not everybody, but a large majority of people love football, and it's just like, I don't know what measures needs to be taken in order to make the sport safer.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's like getting hit by a Mack truck.
Real
It
talk.
does. It takes a toll on the body. It's not like golf. It's not like baseball. It's
Yeah.
not like basketball. You still can injure yourself in those sports, but it's not like someone with gear on running at you
Yeah.
like a deranged bull.
Yeah. Nah. It ain't
So
nothing. It ain't
it
nothing
ain't.
like that.
So it's just. I'm not saying we should get rid of football, because there's no
Yeah.
way in heaven or hell America is gonna get rid of football.
Not at all.
But I feel like there probably needs to be some changes when it comes to like just the safety. And I'm not trying
Yeah.
to be like, oh well, you just a girl and you don't understand rough contact sport. This is a man sport and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
If you mean that it don't, it makes you a man or a tough person for you to get hit like that to where you in a coma and don't even know you can live or die.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I don't feel like that's what makes it like a man's sport. Like, you don't
Right.
understand. That's just what men do. Like, you're not going to war. Like, I'm not risking my life out there for a country.
Yeah.
That's different. Risking your life for a country is way different than risking your life for entertainment. Sports is entertainment.
Yeah.
Like, but anyway, I digress. I don't even want to open that can of worms because it's just I don't know, but
Yeah,
that's just how I feel about the situation. I just want all the football players to just be safe. I don't want anybody to be severely injured like that, you know.
right.
But what you have to say, Jalen?
It was that's that's like a scary that's scary to see just somebody, you know, that got hit and got up, thought he was fine and then just, literally fell back on his, fell on his back and then, had to be, had somebody had to perform CPR on him. That's like something that you really can't like imagine. Even me playing sports, I done seen something similar to that, but it wasn't to that worst condition. I done seen somebody get the wind knocked out of them, and like that's really bad too because like literally, it's a person on the ground that can't really grasp his air, they can't breathe, and you really have to just kind of, bracing yourself like, is he okay? And the trainer's coming over there to check on him to make sure he's good, but that's kind of the worst I've seen as far as just like anything of that substance somebody, but like I have never seen anything like we saw that night, just somebody get up like he was okay and then just fell back. And it's just like you can't make the sport any I don't think you can make the sport any safer. I think they're trying, but like as far it's gonna be contact either way it goes. I think it's gonna
It's
be
just the nature of the sport. It's like
yeah.
it's just how it is.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that. I don't know what else they can do. They just stop some of the like, some of the crazy hits like the helmet to helmet, like stuff that can really, really like mess people up. Like,
Right, right.
but you still can't, you can't still predict how somebody's body's gonna react to a certain thing. And that's
Right.
what we seen, it was just a simple play, a simple tackle, but I think it happened as soon as he got like hit because he was open and the runner like
Mm-hmm.
ran into his chest, so
Mm-hmm.
anything could have disrupted anything in that, what I'm saying. So uh I think that's kind of what happened in that substance, but glad he's okay and he's talking and responding. I think he got out the hospital not too long ago,
Yeah.
so just to make that that full 180 back to being himself and back to being at home, being in Buffalo and just chilling. Hey man, all glory go to God, because that's what I'm saying, from not knowing you're gonna live to texting and
Mm-hmm.
talking to the team and stuff like that. That's a full recovery. So what I'm saying, I'm glad he's good. I'm glad everything is okay, and I hope he what I'm saying, he makes a full recovery. But uh I don't know, like, what do you think, and this is a question that I just popped up with, but do you think he should play again if he made a full recovery? Because I was talking about that with Toots. Me and you talked to Toots a lot, so I was talking
Mm-hmm.
about that with Toots. She was like, yeah, he don't need to play again, and saying with an injury that bad where say you got hit in the
Mm-hmm.
chest and stuff. Do you think he should play if he make a full recovery and they say, okay, saying you could play, or saying should he just like
Well,
chill out?
here's the thing.
Hmm.
This is a fully autonomous, like this man has autonomy over his life.
Right.
Nobody essentially can really tell him what to do. I've never been, because I played basketball, I've never been severely injured to the point where, I'm in a coma or I can't respond, but I have like, go up for a layup and I've literally had the legs whipped from like clipped from under me and I fell
Yeah.
straight on my back and my head. And I was kind of like delirious for a
Right.
couple.
Right.
And, you know, it depends on the person because some people can be like, like that was very traumatizing. I don't want to go back to that, or I don't want to put myself back in that situation. But
Yeah.
there's other people who is just like, it's one of those things that happen. I'm a G. I'm gonna go back out there because of my love for the game.
Right. Right. You're
Some
right.
people, it just depends on him. Now, if he makes a full recovery and the doctors clear him that he's at 100% health physically, and he's a fully autonomous person, can make his own decisions, and he's mentally like not held back, like if he's not mentally traumatized
Right.
and he decides to go back out there, that's him. That's his life. It doesn't necessarily matter what I feel. If I feel scared for him, his mama, his daddy, his cousins, it's him.
Right.
But as long as he's mentally and physically a okay, get the a okay. And if he makes the decision to go back out there, I feel like he has that right to do so.
Okay. Yeah. I
But
can see that.
there's some people that can be just so traumatized from that and be like, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
But people really just really built different. Some people just don't care. Because after I was hit, I kind of sat down a little bit,
Hmm.
gathered myself, and went back out there.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't a near death experience like him, but it's still, I'm just trying to use an analogy,
Right.
you know. But
It's the
there's
nature of the
some other
person.
people, there's other people that got hit that I know that just was like, I don't want to go back out there no more
Yeah.
and just
And,
quit.
and
So it
that's
just depends
fully
on the person.
understandable too. That's fully understandable for the people because, like, you know what I'm saying? Anything that kind of gets you out of, being your normal self, anything that whips you out of that quickly too, just being that quick of just whipping you out of yourself and you not normal for that little second of time. And
Mm,
that could be scary because, you know what I'm saying? It's quick and it happened on you so fast you didn't realize it. So I can understand people being like that. Even with uh the whole Tua situation. Um, and just recently, I think they set him down for concussion. He had a concussion in his last game he played in, but
mm,
they didn't find out he had one until the next day. And I'm
mm,
just like, with Tua, I feel like that's so scary for him because, like, this is, I think, the third time this season he done had a concussion, and it's been bad where they didn't know if he had one or not. Because, like, the first time he had one, he was like walking and stumbling, and it was against Buffalo. He was walking and stumbling, and he played the rest of the game. Then there was another one against the Bengals. He got slammed on his head, and you know what I'm saying? You remember his hand seized up, and they had to cart him off and stuff.
mm,
And then after that, he got slammed down again, but he stayed in the game. And then the next morning, they said the next morning for practice, they really had to like, they checked on him, and he had a concussion. And I'm just like, yo, I think when it comes to concussions, we're talking about a whole different monster because now we're talking about your brain, and now we're getting into CTE, and we're not talking about, obviously now you'll be okay, but we're talking about later down in the future, like, you know what I'm saying, your kids, how you moving with your kids, like later on, like when you're 30, 40, 50, 60, in your later part of the years. And I understand, like, some people just be like, you know what I'm saying, I'd rather live in the moment, but you have to think, like, you know what I'm saying, a moment is just a moment. It's, you know what I'm saying, it's quick. And you know what I'm saying, when it gets to that part where you have to hang it up and go on to the next version of your life, it's kind of like, yo, you have to think about, like, your, you know what I'm saying, in the future, your kids, if you want kids, think about them, think about your family, and just think about your whole situation, how you want to be when in the future. Because, like, you don't want to be that guy that's like, you know what I'm saying, messed up or can't do anything or whatever. So, I hope, he finds, peace in what, football gives him. Cause, like, as of late, this season has been horrific for Tua as well. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's, man, football crazy. I ain't gonna cut to you. Football is crazy.
good entertainment, but the safety level of that sport is just
Yeah. It's crazy.
it's off the charts.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
But do you have anything else to add or anything?
Nah, bro, that's cool, man.
All right, JB Action. Thank you for rocking with us. Um, I told y'all in the last episode, but I'm gonna tell y'all again. We have a YouTube channel, and I will be putting the link down in the description below. So if you want to
Yeah.
check that out, this episode and all other, like a couple of other episodes that we made last year, is also on our YouTube channel. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and do so. And
All right.
JB Nation, thank you for rocking with us. We out. Cue the music.
Yes, sir.